Hello, welcome back to the Cricket Nerds. Me and Benji, no Zach, once again, the Cricket Nerds, talking about the Ashes. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stick around. We are covering all of the Ashes, so it's a great time to be in and around this channel. This test is set up so nicely. It is. I don't think anybody's comfortable. Like, no England fan, no Australian fan is comfortable watching this. I think if you're a neutral fan, you're having the time of your life because it's just incredibly entertaining cricket all round. So if you haven't watched it, if you're not up to date yet, this is the latest. England set a target of 281 runs, and Australia have got an entire day to finish off that run chase. They are currently 107 for 3. Broad taking out Labuschagne and Smith, Robinson getting Warner. Usman Khawaja still in. Notably, I want to call it a drop from Bairstow, but he didn't jump for it. He didn't go for it, so you can't technically call it a drop. And Scott Boland, the night watchman, in on 13. Actually, a very well-made 13, I have to say. Still got Travis Head, Cameron Green, Alex Carey, Pat Cummins to come in who can bat. Bench, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, the Khawaja drop chance. I think that I'm hoping that doesn't become a big part of the game because it went straight between Bairstow and Root. Realistically, I think it was Bairstow's catch. He has to be going for that. Again, if it was Ben Folkes, he'd be going for it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you've got to really think, has the runs that Bairstow scored been worth the mistakes that we've had from the keeping? Like, at least 2 drop catches and that missed dumping. That's 3 potential wickets down the drain, which, could end up being vital tomorrow.
If we're honest, the answer to that is no. It was a good 78. But in the second innings, he only got 20. So overall, having an entire test match with 100 runs, that's not bad. But folks could have done something pretty similar, and you can't help but think that there'd be more likely for those higher likelihood for those chances to be taken.
Yeah.
And also,
sure.
Looking at the total, so the target set of 281. Zach asked a little while ago, he was like, "Oh, do you think that's competitive? Like, do you think that's a decent total?" And I said, just. Like, I think 280 was the bare minimum. 300 would have been relatively all right, and 320 would have been pretty comfortable. And just think we could have had an extra 50 odd runs if Stokes hadn't declared so early, or if Joe Root hadn't thrown his wicket away. First time he's been stumped in his Test career, and it was such an innocuous. Is that not true?
Not even Test career. First time he's been stumped in his first class career.
Wow. Okay.
So never in a first class game before has he been stumped. And I have to say that was one of the softest dismissals that I've seen in this test match. Like, I can see what he was doing. He was trying to go at a good click. He was trying to hit it for 6 to get to his 50, but he'll be annoyed at that. Like, it's just something that didn't need to happen. And yeah, a few more runs from Joe Root, who was looking set, could have been really the difference. Having said that, I'm not worried. I think whatever happens tomorrow, it's going to be a thriller of a game. I think it's very nicely poised. And that first half an hour to an hour in the morning, there might be a bit of weather around. So it could be gloomy. It could be overcast. The ball could be swinging. There could be a bit in it for the seamers. I think Anderson and Broad and Robinson will be really rubbing their hands together when it comes to the morning, if it's a bit gloomy and overcast overhead. And yet it's just so exciting, isn't it, that this test is going to come down to the wire. And I mean, I don't think the draw's in play, but I think either England win or Australia win. The game's in the balance. Ricky Ponting said he now thinks this is England's game to lose. which I think that was quite a big thing.
Yeah, well, I think whichever team you support, you're not happy right now. Like, you're not comfortable. So I think realistically, it's either team's game to lose.
Yeah,
I would
I
say
mean,
Australia are ahead. I'd say they have the advantage. If I was Australia, I'd be feeling better right now. But that being said, I don't think draw is completely out because the weather forecast is pretty bad for tomorrow. So we could see just that rain affected draw, which would be a shame looking at this game. But to be honest, I don't know which team deserves to win this game. England have dictated everything. However, they have made a series of questionable decisions. Let's say
it's just been a very, very good test match.
It's been an incredible test match.
There are two things that I want to speak about. One we've touched on is England throwing away their wickets, and to be honest, I think that the Root dismissal, he threw that wicket away. But actually, if you look at Crawley, if you look at Duckett, Pope, an absolute perler from Cummins. I don't think there were any other wickets in there today that were really thrown away, that were particularly soft. There were a number of soft.
Ollie Robinson was soft.
Robinson, a bit, but so that there were some soft dismissals in the first innings, but I think aside from the Root one in this one, it wasn't as much. And then I just want to also just touch on Pat Cummins and Nathan Lyon. Like, they have put in a shift today. Between them, out of the 66.2 overs that were bowled in the England innings, they bowled 46.2 of them.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, that's just ridiculous how much that they bowled today. Nathan Lyon bowling the lion's share, and just picking up all those wickets. And actually, some of Cummins' deliveries were unplayable. And that delivery to get rid of Pope as a seam bowler, that could have got anyone out in the entire world.
Yeah, it was incredible. And you're absolutely right that Pat Cummins, he didn't bowl Hazelwood much. He's barely bowled Cameron Green at all. He's bowled his best bowlers, which have been Nathan Lyon on a pitch that's turning, and himself, because he is probably the best seamer in the world at the moment. Absolutely incredible. So talented. And Usman Khawaja is the only person I want to mention before we finish. He has played an absolutely incredible innings in the first innings. And he's sticking around. He is an absolute thorn in England's side. But the person I'm most afraid of is Travis Head. I think he will put the pressure on England's bowlers, and he will take the game to us. He will Bazball England right back. And for that reason, I think Australia will win this first test match. But I think it's going to be an incredible one. So stay tuned. We will be back tomorrow talking about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions, leave them down in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer. If you leave the hashtag CNQ for Cricket Nerds questions, then we'll find them easily enough. You can follow our social medias. It's all in the link tree down in the description. We're pretty active on Twitter and Instagram and all those other things. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the continued support. We really do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.